Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today I am back with a beautiful set of marble and holographic nails. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in and remove all her bling and her gel polish. So this set has been on for about a month now and they stayed on really good. As you can see, I have no lifting and for the most part her bling stayed. So once again, I'm going in to remove her bling and her gel top coat. And to remove the gel, I'm going to be using my medium drill bit. And remember, you want to use something that's coarse enough that it's going to take off that gel, because if not, you're going to be removing gel all day. So make sure you use a medium drill bit or even a coarse drill bit. Alrighty, so now I'm going in with my Tammy Taylor Stick and Peel Cuticle Pusher to push back your cuticles. And after this, I'm going to go in with a 180 sanding band to remove the shine from the natural nail. So once again, I'm going in with a 180 sanding band to remove the shine from the natural nail. And remember, you want to get as close as you can to that cuticle area and make sure you remove all the shine, because if not, you will have lifting. Any little shiny spots that are left on a nail, it's basically like having oil on your nail, because our body produces oils, which means we have oils on our fingers, and oil and acrylic does not mix, so you will have lifting. So make sure that after you file all the nails, you go back and dust them off, and if you see any little shiny spots, you go back and file it again just to be safe. Alrighty, so now I'm going in with my OPI Bondex and I'm just going to apply that to the natural nail. Remember, you want to make sure that you only apply it to the natural nail and make sure you do not get it on the skin, because if they have any cuts or anything, it will burn them. So for my acrylic, I'm using my Mia Secret acrylic system in the color pink and my monomer. And then for my brush, I'm using my number 9 brush by Alpha Brush, and I do have a promo code, so I'll leave that in the description. So whenever you're doing a fill, remember you only apply a bead closer to that cuticle area, you pat it down and then brush it down towards the tip, and then just look at your nail from different angles. If you need to add more to the tip, then fine, but if not, just keep it moving. So remember, don't add too much acrylic because you're going to have a lot of filing to do at the end. So work smarter and not harder. Once again, I get my bead, I place it down closer to the cuticle area, pat it down, and then I brush it down towards the tip. And remember, you want to make sure you go back and clean around the cuticle area really good, because if not, if the acrylic is on the skin, it will cause lifting. So then after that, you want to just remember, apply acrylic as you need it. Don't just get acrylic happy and get to applying acrylic everywhere. Just where you need it and clean around that cuticle area really good. And that is it. So once So same thing for the other hand. And remember, whenever you're getting your acrylic bead, you want to make sure you dip your brush into the liquid. And before you take your brush out, you kind of clean it off in the dapping dish to where it's wet but not just running. And then you dip it into your powder and drag. You get your bead, place it on the nail, and then you pat it down as so. And then you brush it down towards the tip. Remember, you want to make sure you gently brush. You don't want to brush too hard and then you drag all that acrylic down towards the tip. You want to make sure that you have a really good apex, which is where the nail gets its strength from. So just kind of look at the nail from different angles. Make sure you have a good stress area, and also make sure that your tip is nice and thick so you don't have any of them break. Alrighty, so now I'm going to go in with a 100 nail file to reshape her nails. So she already has that coffin shape. So once again, we're just reshaping the nail. So remember, same thing as when you're filing them at first, just take turns from side to side. Make sure you don't file too much on one side because your nail will be crooked. And then the tip, as you can see here, file it at a 90 degrees angle to make sure that it's nice and straight. So we're going to do that on all the nails. And then after that, we're going to go in and file all the nails with a fine drill bit. Alrighty, so once again, I'm going in with my fine drill bit to file the nails. So as you can see, I always start around the cuticle area because you want to make sure that you seal that really, really good. That way you don't have any lifting. So if you are a beginner and you have lifting, most likely you're either not prepping the nail correctly or I'm 100% sure that you're not filing the cuticle area really good. You want to make sure that you seal it really, really, really good, because any little water or moisture or anything that gets under that nail will cause it to lift. So make sure that you're able to see where the cuticle area is, where the natural nail is, and where the acrylic start. That way, if you're able to see all three things, you know that the acrylic is not over the skin. So make sure you keep that in mind. And once again, if you are a beginner, you also want to make sure that you file the entire nail if you have to, if you have bumps and lumps, to make sure that the nail is nice and smooth. Alrighty, so now I'm going in with a buffer and I'm just buffing all the nails. And remember, when you're buffing, you're doing this to remove any of the scratches left from the e-file or from your hand file. It's just so the nails are nice and smooth, because if you were to just apply polish after you file the nails, you will be able to see the scratches in your polish. So that's why we go back and smooth it out really good. And after this, I'm just going to dust them off, wipe them off with an alcohol wipe, and we're going to start the polish application. Alrighty, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go in with this Color Club polish in the color Just My Luck, which is a silver holographic polish, and I'm using that as a base for her rhinestones. And then for the ring finger and the thumb, I'm going to go in with my La Pomme gel polish in the color Pure White, which is a regular white gel polish. Once again, that's going to be her ring finger, and her thumb, which will be her marble nails. Okay, so for the middle finger, I'm going in with my La Pomme gel polish in the color Perfect Pairs, which is a really pretty light pink. And then the index finger, I'm going to leave it clear because that is going to be a holographic nail. Alrighty, so same thing on the other hand. I'm going to go in with my Just My Luck polish by Color Club on her pinky. I'm going to do the Perfect White on her ring finger and her thumb. And then I'm going to go in with the Perfect Paris on the middle finger. And then the index finger will be the clear nail with the holographic powder. Alrighty, so now I'm going to go back in and do a second coat of the white and the pink, which are both gel polishes and they are both from La Palme. Alrighty, so now after the nails are cured, I'm going to go in with some Sharpies. So I'm going to use a purple, a pink, a orange, and a green. And as you can see, I just literally draw on the nail with the Sharpie. And then I go back in with my French brush by Alpha Brush. And I dip it in acetone and just dab the color. And when you dab it, it just spreads out. So I always do this about 2 times to make sure that I get the coverage that I want. And then that's it. So it's really simple and it's really, really pretty. And you could do this with either 2 colors, 3 colors, 4 colors, 1 color. It doesn't matter. So once again, they are just regular Sharpies. I'm just drawing on the nail and dabbing it with acetone. Now, one thing you want to do is you want to make sure that after you dab each color, you wipe your brush off because you don't want that color to get on the next color. So you can either do 1 color at a time or you can do this, but remember to clean your brush off after each color. So same thing for the other hand. We're just going to go in after the nail is cured. We're going to draw on the nail with the Sharpie. And as you can see, it's easier to just go ahead and do all the colors and then just dab them and then come back and do a second coat and do the same thing again. So once again, I'm using my French brush by Alpha Brush in a number 6 and I'm dipping it in acetone. But make sure you wipe your brush off on a paper towel before you dab it on there because you don't want it to just be soaking wet. You want it to be damp and not just soaking wet because then it's going to be too much acetone on the nail and it's just going to spread all over the place. Alrighty, so up next, I'm going to go in with my IBD Gel Top Coat, which is a non-cleanse, and I'm using this as a base for my chrome powder. So I'm only going to cure it for 30 seconds. For me, I only have to cure them for 30 seconds. Anything after 30 seconds, it would not work because the gel polish is literally too dry. I know that makes no sense, but if I cure my nail for more than 30 seconds when I'm doing the chrome, it would not stick. So it's different for every top coat. It's different for every light. So whatever works for you, it's fine, but for me it's only 30 seconds. So I was having to go back and do this nail again because whenever I did the Sharpie on like the top, it wasn't all the way dry, so I had to cure it again. So once again, I'm going to do the same thing on this index finger. I'm going to do my gel top coat and I'm going to cure for 30 seconds. Then I just dab the nail or dab my sponge on the nail, and you have a chrome nail, or the holographic chrome. So this is a regular makeup wet sponge, and I just dip it in the powder and just dab it on the nail. So same thing for this hand. I just dip my little sponge into the chrome and just rub it on the nail, and that is it. Alrighty, so up next, I'm going to be applying some bling on the pinky. So I'm going in with my Mia Secret Gel Resin and my wax pencil, my SS6 and my SS12 bling. And then remember, whenever you're applying the bling, you want to make sure you just kind of fill in the gaps with the different sizes. Just alternate from size to size. And I'm using my SS6 and my SS12. And I wanted to remind you guys that my website is still down. It will be up pretty soon. I'm just waiting on a couple of my orders to come in, and I will be restocking pretty soon, but I'll let you guys know ahead of time, so please bear with me. Alrighty, so I sprayed the bling nail with my Mia Secret Gel Resin Activator to make sure that the glue is nice and dry. And then after that, I'm going to go in with my IBD Gel Top Coat. I'm going to apply that on all the nails, and we're going to let those cure for 60 seconds. And we're going to go back and do the other hand with the bling and the top coat. Alrighty, so once again, I'm going in with my Mia Secret Gel Resin. I'm just applying it on the nail, and then I'm going in with my wax pencil, my SS6 and my SS12. The SS6 are the small ones, and the SS12 are the bigger bling. And then I'm just going to fill the whole nail with that. I'm going to go back and do my Mia Secret Gel Resin Activator, which is the spray that dries the glue. And then I'm going to do a top coat on all the nails. Alrighty, y'all, so this is the final look. They turned out so pretty. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Facebook and Instagram at GetNailed32, and I'll see you guys in my next video. And also remember, I have a giveaway coming once I hit 50K. So don't forget to subscribe, and also follow me on Instagram because I will be posting more details on that soon. So please stay tuned.